Holy shit, I'm putting mine on eBay.
Yeah, you are. Well, that one's 60.
This one looks different, though.
From the 60s.
See?
Oh, it's the same one.
No. The tracks are different.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are. It doesn't say Tonka
different.
loader. That
Yeah.
thing's a little different.
What up, Posse? We got ourselves some Tonka toys here and trying to figure out exactly where they're from and how old.
60s and 70s.
Yeah,
I
mostly
love the rubber
70s,
wheels
late
on it. I think I
60s,
had that
70s.
one as a kid.
Yeah,
I
you
bet
guys are
you-
all old enough.
You're one of those kids that left it in your yard on the
Yeah.
mud.
Hey, they still worked. You know what I mean? And they were big. You know, my age. I think this is actually late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can tell by the wheels.
But again, it's made here in Minnesota, or was.
Mound,
made
Minnesota
here.
is where it started.
Yeah.
And it says they started as a gardening tool company.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And
Yeah,
then they didn't make the actual dump truck like what people would think of when you say Tonka trucks until I think in the 60s, 64.
I always remember Tonka trucks just being up at the cabin, like all of your old toys would get vanished to the cabin.
Yeah.
And
They're
they were
always,
like something like this.
Always in the sandbox.
They had to quit
Ours were
making them all
destroyed.
die cast.
Terrible.
Yeah.
You can't kill them.
That's why they're so expensive. Everyone just played with them into the ground.
Well,
and very real life like too.
kids got hurt.
Coming down.
Yeah, they're too heavy for
A lot of
kids,
kids
yeah.
got hurt.
Well,
And it says they
ride mine around.
Yeah.
in the
I'd sit on
80s
mine.
they were the marketer for Sega.
Tonka was.
Yeah, when they started doing the old Sega systems.
Talk about weird business partnership. What about Hasbro and
Tonka.
Death Row?
Oh yeah.
You know, that's like the same
We
thing.
better get a Tupac figure.
Oh, that's gonna be
Suge
sweet.
Knight.
Snoop
Yeah.
Dogg,
Figure.
Suge
Warren
Knight
G.
like wiping the prints off the gun.
The Build-A-Figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if Martin's beard was here, he'd be able to tell us about how when Tonka got the right to Transformers once.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think Tonka bought Hasbro or something like that, and they put
Hasbro,
it,
I think, bought.
Yeah, then they put it on the Tonka line, so there was actually a Tonka.
And then
Transformer.
Hasbro sold it in 2011
Did they?
to another company.
Okay.
That's cool. I like that little Baja thing.
That
Yeah,
thing is
you can make it
awesome.
into a spider buggy.
Dude, this thing's choice.
So tell us where you got these little finds.
I got this and another box full. Gentleman in his 60s at my work. I wait tables. He came in and he knows my love of toys and wanted me to take these and do what I wanted with them.
Wow.
He was pretty much just going to donate them or throw them away. So I said, no, don't ever do that.
Yeah, don't donate them to the vultures like Mark Hall. He'll just follow you to where you're donating them.
These are really cool.
They,
man.
they
These
really are.
cool.
They're in great shape. Some of them are not in
Yeah,
such
but-
great shape.
But they don't have like dents or rust.
No,
really,
Dude,
so.
these are clean.
Yeah, the ones I brought, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
so
I'm saying that's like
he had
important.
more.
The metal toys like sat outside.
Oh, there's a lot more. I have another box and a half at home.
Well,
I
especially-
just, that stuff is all destroyed.
yeah,
rusted.
especially the people on the coast though.
You gotta wonder what was
All
inside.
the ocean, all the salt water.
Oh, you can actually smell the plastic mold from the inside of this. This is like, you can actually smell
definitely.
that,
It's
that
strong.
benzene.
He probably peed in it.
That bug is awesome.
Brandon,
Just saying.
stop it.
What does that sticker on the side say?
So it was this guy's. He had kids.
Says Brandon, stop it.
Yes, Brandon, stop it.
Oh,
Look at that.
What?
I'm gone.
No. What happened?
I don't know.
Oh, you're fine. You just gotta go like this. There you go.
You're fine, Mark.
Hey.
Oh, there
Got
we
it?
go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Back on.
I even like. Oh man.
So it was his. He played with him as a kid. His kid played with him as a kid, and then they sat
Nice.
in boxes in the basement. And he's like, "I don't know what to do with them. You can take them." So
Yeah.
Very
here I am
cool.
playing with them.
and you were thinking, display them, display them.
This is the first place I thought to bring them.
All right.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
I got a text today. What else are you bringing? Tonka
Yeah.
trucks.
Do you guys remember when I brought the
Window still works.
25
Oh,
anniversary, the 25th anniversary Tonka over here?
Yep.
Yeah.
That thing is dope.
That was awesome. I remember
what a
that. So
score
this isn't
that
even the
was.
first time
No, this
Tonkas
is
have
se-
been here.
Tonka
That's
two
second
times.
That's
You
true.
know,
times
if you,
Tonka.
if you look at this Tonka right here,
Dude, that's
and the
awesome.
design and the style of this, it can clearly show the introduction of Japanese market in America in the 70s and the design change, because this is not an American design.
Oh, well, look
when
at
they
this.
came in with those high efficient smaller cars like Toyota, this is what they were looking like. This is really slick.
I like that a lot.
I like
I
that one
do
too. I
too,
like this
man.
one too.
Park that
but
by
it's
a
so
river.
big.
Well, you know it's Hulk
Live in a
green,
van,
right?
by the- yeah.
Of course he
Hulk
likes
green.
it. It's Hulk green.
He'll sell it to you
Yes,
for $40
it's
plus
that too.
30 plus 30 shipping and handling.
There's that too. Yeah, and these old Baja Bug Super Beetle. This literally says Super Beetle on it.
Well,
That's so cool.
sticker.
Look at that engine.
Yeah,
That
I had that
engine's
one over there.
amazing.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
And look at the
dude.
old bulldozer up front. The yellow bulldozer, the classic yellow
Oh
look.
yeah,
You can tell this guy, whoever had him, obviously had a thing for Jeeps because he's got 3 different ones in here.
definitely.
And definitely different eras.
This one's the best.
I don't know, man.
Are there any years printed on the
I
bottom?
like this one right here.
See, this one could fit 3 3/4 GI Joes. So this one is the
Yeah,
best.
that one's the best. And then this
Oh,
one too.
hands down, you win.
Yeah.
But this one's seen some better days.
Oh,
'cause,
yeah.
I mean,
It's
I think it
definitely
got
played with.
crushed or something.
I think my little brother had that. I think Jermaine had one of those.
It wasn't like this
It
before.
looks
you
like it's a
touched
little
it.
indented too.
Mark's
Yeah,
rough on
someone
toys.
stepped on it.
So darn strong.
Yeah, these are neat, man. These are nice little
Each one of
score.
these
Yeah,
fold
I
down.
thought so.
You
So
bringing these to swap then in
No, I
2
don't know what
weeks?
I'm
You're
gonna
not
do
sure
with
yet?
them.
Just sit on them for a while.
I think I'm
Yeah.
just gonna.
I'd let it marinate a while, decide what you want to
play
do.
with these bad
I have
boys.
some Wood Fisher Price toys.
You definitely got to take some pictures of these before
And,
winter time, out
oh,
in the
yeah.
yard. You know, like
Definitely.
with some little
that'd be
army
kinda
dudes
cool,
around.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah, these are really. This is a huge market too. Huge market of Tonka toys. You know, that's the only thing about Tonka toys is that the price of them, they're not really worth that much because they were built so well that there's so
Tonka
many of them
tough.
still out there. Tonka tough, dude.
Oh, I destroyed mine. We used to throw them off cliffs and stuff.
oh, because you
Nice.
wanted to break it. You'd be like, let's see if we
Tries.
can't throw this thing off this bridge.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I used
and
to.
you couldn't break it.
No.
No.
You know, like you might like when they started making them with like the wheels, like
wheels,
this, you could
that's what
break.
would break.
You know,
Yep.
God, this one's got a serial number on the bottom of it even.
Yeah.
That is really cool. This thing weighs like 2 pounds. All right, that's
Are you excited to replace your Alpha Flit?
Yeah, you gotta get that pack. You got
Are
it. You
you-
can't. It's
we haven't
pre-order.
even
It's up for
talked
pre-order.
about that. Did you
got-
pre-order it already?
We got to.
yeah.
I
Yep.
ordered. I ordered it.
Yeah, you get the special the headstone edition.
Oh, I didn't see that. What do you mean?
Just from like it went from like they lived for 2 minutes and then they
And then they
died.
die.
I got suckered
You know?
into that.
Born 2019.
Yeah.
Died
that
2018.
2019.
was my
Died
curiosity and
2018.
Actually
Excitement.
fit on there?
I think so. I was just thinking that. My excitement was just a little off.
Brandon played you. What a jerk.
Yeah, I got him. Got him.
Not very nice there, Brandon.
He never was. No one ever accused him of that anyway.
Yeah. If you say I'm nice, I'll slap you.
Yeah.
I will slap the taste out
I'll
of your mouth.
slap you. Make me
Can
slap
you even reach him?
Yeah, right. Let me get my step stool.
His little alligator arms.
Brandon, go in your home. Go in your home. Go in there.
Get
In
your
my
home.
van down by the river.
Get your home, Brandon.
Well, I gotta say, man, I'm really impressed. I'm really glad you brought these in
Thank
here.
you.
These are cool.
Yeah,
I thought they were fun.
This one might be my favorite.
With the Aaron Rodgers, the Packer colors.
it's a bad
Yep.
boy.
Oh no, it's whiny when you go back and forth. It whines.
Yeah.
Oh,
The collarbone doesn't look that solid.
Yeah.
oh I
And
see.
it also go around and strong arm all your teammates into saying you're a good teammate.
Cool.
Like, oh, he's just passionate.
Okay.
Anyways.
What else you got
That was
there,
our
Mark?
Packers talk.
I'm so
Danica
glad that you're
Patrick.
here, Mark. What else do you got?
Thanks. Oh, you want me to keep going?
Yeah,
Yeah,
keep,
keep
going,
going.
dude.
Oh.
You're on a roll.
Wait, there's
do this.
more.
Let me park your
I
vehicles.
didn't know if we were
But
going to
wait.
have segments.
No, no,
Yeah.
go for it.
That was the Tonka segment.
That was Tonka.
Oh, these
Now,
look
I have
familiar.
this figure here, but Mark said he's gonna open these.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am opening
And they all, what do they build? What's the collect and connect?
Killer Croc.
Like a comic slash, like, almost, like, animated series version, but he's not gray, so.
The quintessential.
King
Yeah.
Shark.
Killer Croc.
I mean, Killer Croc.
Oh.
King Shark.
See what
They
you
just
did?
changed the
Killer Croc.
they just changed the nails.
I guess we'll see.
You know,
huh?
and like the upper torso.
I should have brought my King Shark.
You should have.
Too many King Sharks.
I was excited about the Tonka trucks.
These are because
Like
I don't collect any
AGBs?
of these, but are these kind of the competitive line to the Marvel Legends?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Collect and connect instead of build.
But
figure.
this right here is probably the very last line that Mattel is making of these.
There
Why?
were more.
No, you think there's one more?
I thought there was one more.
Why?
Oh,
Because
McFarlane's taking it.
McFarlane took over the license.
Yeah.
For all DC?
Yep.
So they're probably gonna go to 7-inch since that's what they do.
Yeah, I think he was going to set because he doesn't want to mix his figures with.
They're probably going to go
Yeah.
darker too then. No?
Maybe.
He better bring out a good Deadman and another Constantine if he's gonna do that. Get some Justice League Dark, Zatanna and stuff.
You know, I just watched Constantine for the first time last night.
Oh, the
2 nights
Keanu Reeves
ago.
one.
Yeah, I liked it.
Whoa.
Whoa, a lot of noise. Opening, live unboxing, and connecting the figure together.
You want to open it?
Look at all these.
Oh,
little
this is going to be
heads.
a big Killer Croc, isn't it?
Look at that comic version, movie version, 1960s Adam West version, and a ghost version. I think that's what we came to the conclusion of.
Yeah, we were like, what is this fourth head right
He's
here?
gonna make a cool
Other
assassin.
side. Yeah.
That's a cool
Why does he
face.
have a cowl?
He could be an emaciated chameleon. Ooh, great audio. I wish they didn't make him so hard to like open up.
Right.
And it makes you wonder how there's people that steal pieces. How do they do it so discreetly?
Razor
They
blades.
don't.
Yeah.
Fast.
Yeah.
They're pros. Like some.
There's a lot of articulation there. See?
But that red skull, I mean not red skull, that red hood looks awesome.
Yeah, that does.
Except for the guns.
Yeah, the guns do not come out, people. If you buy that figure, the guns do not come out of the holsters.
Oh.
Oh no.
they
You get
should
5
be.
wishes.
Wait a minute. The guns don't come out of the holster,
No.
but yet the hands are curved to have a gun in the holster from the
Yes.
holster.
Yeah.
It's an option.
Ah,
yes.
boo.
They're gonna sell another
It's
they're gonna
called
sell
DC
another set with
mailing
just
it
guns.
in.
They probably will have another red hood, maybe with different hands and a different piece. Like they'll have a different Killer Croc head, like the classic Killer Croc head,
Right.
maybe.
I can't believe that they don't have. That's kind of
And then,
dirty
since
pool.
it was Robin, you had to buy
Red
last
Robin.
time.
Wait, is that Red Robin? It's Tim Drake, right? Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
Drake.
Red Robin, yeah.
The
Okay.
quintessential.
You know what?
What?
the preferred.
Oh,
Get out of here.
You know what? Tim Drake
Dick
and Alpha
Grayson.
Flight have in
Preferred.
common.
Preferred.
What? They die.
They die.
But I think he only died once in
Well,
that
he
young
didn't,
event,
he
Young
didn't even really
Justice or
die
whatever.
because he came back to life.
Yeah,
Right?
it was like the culling or whatever. Like some weird.
Dude.
It's actually kind
It's
of
like
a
you're reading
cool
my mind.
Batman.
You like the Batman?
Is that plastic
It's pretty
or?
cool, actually. I like the color scheme.
Yeah, I think it's a cloth cape.
The cloth cape is the only thing I don't like.
It's nice that they gave you this little Batman ring.
Oh, sweet. It's his
What?
mask.
What? What
yeah,
is
so you
that?
put it under, so it's like
It's
he
like,
has his hood
cause
off.
see, when he has
Oh,
his hood
when
down,
he's got his hood off, it
Yeah.
drapes behind him.
Yeah, like he's got it.
They did that
Yeah.
with Wolverine
Yeah.
a couple times.
Not like that,
Copycat.
though.
Not a
Yeah.
bad
Not like,
idea.
not like this though.
No,
Not
Well,
a bad
they
idea.
can-
You could actually basically paint this and use it on a Wolverine though if you wanted to.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like the brown and yellow one or something,
yeah.
because it does look similar.
It's Puck. It's Puck from Alpha Flight. No, it's not.
It's Bane. Bane.
Puck's cooler.
So this is supposed to be what Bruce Wayne looks like.
That's like the Greg Capullo version.
Ooh, his mouth has got an articulation in the jaw.
The Court of Owls
Chad, you want to put his
version.
crotch?
I would love to put his crotch
Yeah,
together.
you put his crotch together.
I like this dude, even though he like died in the movie or whatever.
What movie?
He was in the animated movie,
Which
Oh,
one?
or
Yeah.
the Suicide Squad animated
Oh,
movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
okay.
see that.
His head-
Gotcha.
his same
Spoiler
thing, yeah,
alert.
his head
Same thing that
rolled.
happened to that boomer, not the boomerang guy, the
Yeah.
noose dude, right?
Yep.
These things are impossible.
That what was that guy's name? The Climber. or
That's because they
something?
don't
I
want
can't
you to
remember.
open it.
Right?
I think he was supposed to have a bigger part,
The
but
adult collector.
Yeah, they
There it is. The final
This dude's
piece
got a-
that puts it all together.
chew on that, Bubba Fett. He's actually
Weird.
got a
There's
rocket
just,
firing
There's
missile.
just one hand
Nice.
that changes.
That's weird.
Yeah.
They didn't really spend much time on this character, on this figure.
Maybe it doesn't shoot rockets.
it doesn't have anything.
But it does have a spot where you can put
Really
the
did
knives.
Oh, okay.
And a little bullet thing in there. Whatever, missile, projectile. That he doesn't even shoot.
You want to do it? You want to say it? Voltron?
Did you get that, Brandon?
I got it.
Okay.
Say
Ooh, that
it.
was kind of creepy looking.
You have to say it.
Say what?
And I'll form the head.
Oh, I just broke the peg.
That's not what you're
That-
supposed to
that-
say at
that-
all.
Yeah, that's the exact opposite.
The opposite.
I don't think they
especially
said
when-
that on Voltron. Oh, we broke the
I
peg, guys.
broke the peg.
We have to go
Playtime's
back.
over.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Sweet.
Well done. What were these on sale or what?
No.
You
I just
had
walked
to have
in, the whole wave was there, so
Wow.
then the whole wave was gone.
Yeah.
That's what these guys on the admin chat do to me.
They get you.
Yeah. You got it, man.
Look
Everyone's
at
sending pictures like,
that.
hey.
Well, it's the sort of thing with these DC releases. It's like you'll see 3 or 4 at a store because people grab what they want, and then
Yeah.
nobody ever restocks because of the 3 peg warmers.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You know? And then they just sit and sit and sit, and nobody ever gets a full wave. So I just was like, "Ooh, that's gonna hit the."
Yeah, because that was a good move, Mark.
Well, Brandon wanted to see
It
him
didn't.
anyway.
It doesn't matter because it doesn't belong to Mark.
It
Yeah,
looks like
it
the
kinda
Hulk,
does.
doesn't it?
Or Mark is
Yeah.
just trying to get a chip on
There
it
we go.
and then try and buy it from you for cheaper.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's
Oh.
broken. The peg broke.
You're damaged
So-
goods. The peg's broke.
I'll give you $5. Give you tree fitty.
5.
He has the.
That jaw opening is pretty cool.
That is
He's
very
sweet.
cool. That is really cool.
Dude,
But
that
he-
thing's awesome.
If you notice, he has the trapezius, the neck size of Goldberg
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean-
Or Brock Lesnar.
or Brock.
Yeah, these connects.
I have no neck.
Connect and collects are nice when they're put together.
Yeah.
Well, that's the only thing that was saving DC the last few years is that they've been putting out solid Build-A-Figures, but most of the toys, most of the regular figures
Yeah.
have been terrible.
Yeah.
Are the
you
Build-A-Figures usually bigger like that? Or are they you can be average size? Because that's a bit.
Well, they did a
correct.
regular
Up and
size, the Lex Luthor, the
Would that-
Superman.
They did a regular size, and then they did the small Psycho Man that you only had to buy 2 figures.
Yep.
But that's the smallest. Is that the smallest Build-A-Figure
I
ever?
think so.
Yeah, I almost bought that
Hitman.
wave.
Well,
The
Pucker's
whole
about the
wave.
same.
I almost bought the whole wave at Target one time, but it wasn't on clearance. I was
Which
like,
wave?
The one where it was like Wonder Girl and then the Wonder Woman from Dark Knight Returns.
Oh, I bought the whole,
Oh.
almost bought the whole wave.
Dude,
Yeah.
oh, well, you
Man, that was a
dumb.
big one, man.
You could have got them from Five Below.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what I did for
I
10
kept
bucks.
missing them from there.
Oh.
They're one of
might-
those.
Do you have it then, or
No.
no, I might?
get-
I'll
yeah.
look.
All right. Well, I've got this.
That's Psycho Man.
This
Yeah.
was given to me by my friend Kel.
Ooh,
Where's Keenan?
And
Nice.
I believe this is one of the last PEZ that are going to actually have the candy on the
I
inside.
thought it was
Oh.
Jack Black.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
Bob
Jack
Ross, dude.
Ross,
I love
man.
Bob Ross. Come
I
on,
know I'm messing with you.
happy trees. But I was told from a very, very serious
35
collector that at the end of
calories.
this year, they're going to keep the candy separate. So
Why?
I don't know. It feels like you're kind of getting robbed, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And
but
like,
it's for box collectors,
Oh, yeah.
so the candy doesn't go stale.
well, okay. So it's a novelty candy that just like if we ever have a collection of baseball cards and the gum is in there, we just dare each other to eat it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of
There's like that Netflix
that doesn't-
series or a documentary about the baseball card boom, and like the guy, like dad was like a big like seller, and then he was like looking at all his cards, and he had like a crap ton of Jose Canseco cards, like rookie cards and stuff, and it was like nothing that he had was worth a lot because it was like the 80s and 90s.
It was 91, 92,
So-
93, 94. They got
But-
really, really bad. Early 90s.
Well,
were
here's
really
the
bad.
thing with baseball.
And then people were eating the gum at the end of the.
Eventually, you like who cares about Jose Canseco now in baseball? No one,
He's
because
a
nobody
snitch.
knows who he is. You know, like even like anybody that's like old. Eventually, like everybody that I want a Babe Ruth autograph card. Not a lot of people around want that even anymore because it's not their generation or their idol. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like baseball cards went down that hole where it's like people just stopped caring.
True.
You know,
Yeah.
Very, very true.
The
on
best
most cards.
Canseco though, he does have a video on YouTube where he gets knocked out by this 6'10" Chinese MMA fighter.
Oh,
That'd be
That's
interesting.
hilarious.
yeah.
It doesn't last long.
No.
I watched that one, and the same time, right after that, I watched the one where Danzig gets knocked out and back in the backstage. Have you seen that one? Oh man, I'll show that to you.
Was it
later.
you that told me about Suge Knight getting knocked out. Someone told me about
Yeah,
that. and I
yeah.
looked
Suge
it
Knight
up.
got knocked out too.
knocked out.
Cold.
Yeah,
Cold.
really big time cold.
Yeah, there's another irrelevant person. Where are we at, B?
20 minutes.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's wrap it up. Toy swap.
September 15th.
I
can't
am
wait.
ready, dude. I'm jonesing for a toy swap. It's
Yeah.
been forever.
And then
it
we got
feels like.
we got that September one and then the Halloween one. in October.
Halloween, October 20th.
Yeah.
And then you just had the open streets last
That
weekend.
was awesome.
And you had 20 tables out on Franklin Avenue.
Yep.
And I was going to tell you, when I was over at the Eagles Club getting breakfast, this guy walked up to me, Daniel Hernandez, who's also watches us on YouTube. What's up, Daniel? He goes, hey, man, I was just up at Zip's parking lot, and there's a whole toy thing up there. I'm like, oh, really? What is that called again? Toy Posse, dude. I'm like, never heard of it.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm actually part of that. And he's like, dude, I started telling him when the next swap is, and he's like, oh, I'm so going there.
Good thing you were at the Eagles Nest and not at the toy swap. You know, that was good.
Yeah, you're right. It
But
was. Because it was only 4 blocks away, too.
at least you were promoting.
And I was-
At least you're promoting. At least your friend was promoting the toy posse
Eggs.
to you.
I'm sorry. Eggs Benedict. I had to have the Eggs Benedict volunteer. All that. I
I'm
eat
just
all the
messing
time.
with you.
I know.
But you know the next swap's going to be on point. You can't miss that.
September.
September 15th, 70 tables, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Free admission, like always, for now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Always.
9 a.m. to 3 a.m.
They're just
3
getting
p.m.
bigger
Not
and-
9 p.m. to 3
and
p.m.
bigger. And I
9
gotta
p.m. to 3
commend you for
3
keeping it.
a.m.
I commend you for keeping it open to the public for all the amount of time and stuff that you put into this and
Man,
energy, and it's just getting more and more of a.
it's fun for me,
fiasco,
but it still
but-
becomes work.
Yep, absolutely.
But
Cool. All right,
guys.
Posse.
Peace out.
Peace, everyone.